Calaroga Shark Media.
From New Jersey, the soccer capital of the universe, this is Ballot.
Look, no time for snappy opening one-liners. We have to talk about Rosie versus the Donald. Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and finally we have something important to talk about. Donald Trump wants to revoke Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship, calling her a threat to humanity. Now, I've seen Rosie's comedy specials, and while they may not be everyone's cup of tea, calling her a threat to humanity seems a bit much. That's the kind of language you normally reserve for dictators or people who put pineapple on pizza. Trump posted on Truth Social that he's giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship and suggested she should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. This is fascinating diplomacy, threatening to exile an American citizen while simultaneously pawning her off on our allies. Hey, Ireland, you want this comedian? We're trying to clean house over here. The whole thing escalated their 20-year feud, which at this point has lasted longer than some marriages. O'Donnell moved to Ireland earlier this year after Trump won his second term, but apparently distance hasn't cooled things down. They're still trading insults across the Atlantic like it's some kind of transatlantic Twitter beef. O'Donnell fired back on Instagram, calling Trump King Joffrey with a tangerine spray tan and telling him, "I'm not yours to silence, I never was." She also posted an old photo of Trump with Jeffrey Epstein, which is the celebrity equivalent of bringing up someone's embarrassing yearbook photos, except way more serious. The Trump administration has been questioning the citizenship of various critics, including Elon Musk, who was born in South Africa. So apparently, we've reached the point where being born in America isn't enough. You also have to pass some kind of loyalty test administered by a man who once suggested nuking hurricanes. Legal experts are scratching their heads about how exactly you revoke someone's citizenship for being annoying. The Constitution doesn't have a mean tweets clause, and threat to humanity isn't actually a deportable offense. If it were, half of Twitter would be stateless. The whole situation raises questions about executive power and free speech. Are we really at the point where the president can threaten to exile citizens for making jokes about him? What's next? Revoking citizenship from people who give his hotels bad Yelp reviews? O'Donnell told Irish radio that she didn't take it personally, saying Trump has emboldened people like him. Which is probably true. There are probably dozens of Americans right now Googling how to revoke someone's citizenship after their neighbor made fun of their lawn. Trump attended the FIFA Club World Cup final at MetLife Stadium and apparently decided to bring half of his administration with him. The presidential entourage included Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Donald Trump Jr. and his girlfriend Bettina Anderson, son-in-laws Jared Kushner, and Michael Boulos, plus First Lady Melania Trump. But wait, there's more. Attorney General Pam Bondi was there, along with Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, retired NFL quarterback Tom Brady, and media magnate Rupert Murdoch. At this point, it wasn't a soccer match, it was a cabinet meeting with better snacks. The security presence was massive. Hundreds of officers from multiple agencies greeted fans, including the Secret Service, Transportation Security Administration, New Jersey State Police carrying long guns, and K-9 units with bomb-sniffing dogs. All this for a soccer game that most Americans didn't even know was happening. Trump even got his moment on the Jumbotron, which must have been thrilling for the 81,000 people who came to watch soccer and ended up getting a presidential cameo instead. Nothing says international football like the leader of the free world waving from a luxury box while Chelsea destroys Paris Saint-Germain 3-0. The whole thing raises questions about priorities. We've got a president who can clear his schedule for a soccer final, but somehow can't find time to attend routine diplomatic meetings. Though to be fair, watching Chelsea upset PSG was probably more entertaining than most cabinet briefings.
What if everything you've been taught about happiness is wrong? We chase careers, approval, more stuff, hoping it'll finally make us feel fulfilled, but it never sticks. What if happiness isn't out there, but already inside you, just waiting to be unlocked? Discover the book, The Happiness Experiment. Every person has a unique happiness type, and when you understand yours, everything shifts. You'll stop chasing and start creating joy on your own terms. Discover your happiness type with a free happiness type assessment. Go to myhappinnesstype.com. That's myhappinnesstype.com. It takes just a minute and it might change your life. Then grab your copy of The Happiness Experiment at Books A Million. This isn't just a book, it's a practical framework, a journey inward. It's a tool to help you reconnect with the happiness that's been waiting inside you all along. Pick up The Happiness Experiment and start your happiness experiment today.
So George Santos just got scammed by someone pretending to be a congressman. Yes, the same George Santos who's heading to prison for identity theft just became a victim of identity theft himself. The irony is so thick, you could cut it with a fake diploma. Here's what happened. Someone using an old phone number belonging to House Intelligence Committee Chairman Rick Crawford reached out to Santos on Telegram with a mysterious project involving Melania Trump. The fake Crawford told Santos, "I recommend to make you the coordinator." Now, most people would think, why would anyone make George Santos the coordinator of anything except maybe a seminar on how to lie about your resume? But Santos was intrigued. The scammer told Santos to download something called the Phoner app for more details. Santos, apparently having learned nothing from his own criminal career, immediately downloaded the app and started following instructions. He got a virtual phone number, created a PIN, and shared it with the imposter. This is the same person who's about to serve 7 years for stealing other people's identities, and he just handed his information over to a stranger on the internet. When Santos tried calling the number back, it was disconnected. That's when he realized something was wrong. His response? He texted another congressman saying, "Dude, I just got spoofed by Rick Crawford's old number." Dude, this man was in Congress. He communicated with his colleagues like he was ordering pizza. Santos told the Washington Post, "I'm dealing with my own issues with the law, and now I have to be a victim of this garbage." This whole thing raises serious questions about cybersecurity in Congress. According to the House Cybersecurity Department, there's been a wave of these smishing and vishing attacks targeting government officials. That's SMS phishing and voice phishing for those keeping track of scam terminology. Apparently, criminals are using AI to impersonate high-ranking officials, which means we've reached the point where artificial intelligence is more convincing than George Santos ever was. The incident is part of a growing trend of AI-powered impersonation scams. Someone even used AI to fake Secretary of State Marco Rubio's voice. At this rate, AIs will be doing late-night-style monologues, and we'll need a new government department just to figure out which officials are real and which ones are deepfakes.
From the creators of Palace Intrigue, a new chapter in royal history begins. William and Kate's wedding captures the world's attention, but royal life isn't as perfect as it seems. Tensions rise as Harry meets Meghan, sparking a divide that will shake the monarchy to its core. From explosive interviews to family scandals, the royal family faces its most public challenges ever. As King Charles takes the throne, the future of the monarchy hangs in the balance. Family secrets, royal rifts, and the future of the crown. Crown and Controversy, wherever you get your podcasts.
Feuds. Power, Pride, and Payback. A new podcast from Calaroga Shark Media takes you inside the most explosive rivalries that shaped our world. From Hollywood's bloodiest breakups to political wars that toppled empires. Marvel versus DC. Trump versus Musk. The royal family's nuclear meltdown. Brangelina's 8-year courtroom carnage. These aren't just celebrity spats. They're billion-dollar battles that redefined entertainment, politics, and culture forever. Host Marcus Reed reveals the secrets, betrayals, and revenge plots that turned allies into enemies and love into warfare. When titans collide, everyone gets hurt. When pride meets payback, nobody wins. Feuds, Power, Pride, and Payback. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
From Calaroga Shark Media comes Celebrity Trials, the explosive new podcast that exposes the truth behind America's most captivating cases. I'm Reed Carter, and I'll take you inside real live daily trials and classic celebrity cases where fame, power, and justice collide. From Jeffrey Epstein's billion-dollar sex trafficking empire to the prep school killer who walked free, from family annihilators to celebrity plea deals. Discover the shocking verdicts, twisted evidence, and cultural forces that shape American justice. These aren't just crimes, they're cultural moments that reveal who we really are. Justice isn't always swift, but it's absolutely riveting. Celebrity Trials, available wherever you get your podcasts.